Welcome in next mate. Bet you can't eat just one. A slogan that's become forever tied to one of the most irresistible snacks in the world. We're talking about Lay's potato chips. Those addictively thin and crispy slices that have turned everyday snacking into a full-blown obsession. With over $4 billion in annual sales and flavors that bubble the mind like Valentina and Lime, Crispy Taco, and BLT Sandwich, Lay's has gone way beyond the basics. So, what kind of potato wizardry transforms ordinary spuds into these golden wafers of temptation? It's time to let the chip out of the bag as we crunch our way through the Lay's factory just ahead on Cedar Hollow. There are a few different accounts on how the potato chip was invented, but one popular tale dates back to 1853 at the Moon Lake House restaurant in Saratoga Springs, New York. Legend has it that Chef George Crumb, known for his fiery personality, was dealing with a particularly fussy diner who insisted his fried potatoes were cut too thick. In frustration, Crumb sliced a fresh batch paper thin, fried them to a perfect crisp, and seasoned them generously with salt. To Crumb's surprise, the diner loved the crispy slices, and soon so did everyone else. News of the tasty new Saratoga chips quickly traveled far and wide, and Crumb's accidental kitchen experiments slowly evolved into the beloved snack we now call the potato chip. During the early 1930s, innovations like wax paper bags and better frying technology sparked the birth of many small regional potato chip companies across America. But one rose above all others to dominate the industry: H.W. Lay, founded by Herman Lay in 1939. Decades later, Lay still dominates the chip world. And by the early 2000s, the company took chip perfection to new heights by developing its own proprietary potato aimed to deliver consistency with every chip. This specialized spud is part of what's known as the FL Cultivar series, and its exact name isn't publicly disclosed, but we do know it's a breed from the Russet and Snowden varieties developed with three key traits: high starch for a crispy texture, low sugar to avoid chips turning brown, and thin skin to minimize peel waste. These potatoes are so unique, they are protected by their own U.S. plant patent, proof of how seriously Lay's takes your snacking pleasure. Lay's sources these special proprietary spuds from farms across more than 25 U.S. states, making it easier for factories to keep a steady supply of fresh tubers close by. The planting season kicks off in the spring, allowing the crops to take full advantage of the long days and warm sunshine. After about 3 to 4 months of growing underground, the potatoes are ready for harvest during the summer. Because potatoes are tubers and grow underground, they use a specialized harvester to uproot them. It digs about 10 and beneath the surface, lifting the whole plant, roots, stones, and soil in one big sweep. Then everything rides up onto a graded vibrating conveyor that shakes away dirt and debris, sorting through as many as 40,000 potatoes every minute. The freshly unearthed spuds are then moved and loaded into a dump truck, traveling alongside the harvester to keep the operation moving smoothly. In hotter regions like Florida, time is of the essence. If the potatoes sit too long underground during intense heat, they can actually start cooking in the soil. After the collection truck is filled, it heads over to the nearby storage barn built to handle massive quantities of fresh potatoes. Once at the storage barn, the truck's rear gate lifts open, releasing the crop onto a system of saves and shakers. This setup bounces the spuds vigorously, knocking away any stubborn soil, small rocks, and plant matter still attached. Next, the potatoes move along a conveyor into an optical sorter that in seconds detects and removes any stones or flawed tubers. The discarded spuds are collected and later used on the farm as cattle feed. Still dusted with a light layer of soil, the conveyor machine gently loads the potatoes into giant wooden crates, which are then hauled into a massive cold storage cellar capable of holding around 40 million potatoes at a time. Inside, a circulating air system keeps the temperature steady at 45 degrees Fahrenheit with about 85% humidity. This cool, humid environment keeps the spuds dormant, preventing new sprouts from forming. The dampness, combined with a thin coating of soil, protects them from light and locks in moisture until it's time to send them to the factory. They typically rest here for a few weeks to several months. When the Frito factory orders a new potato shipment, forklifts transfer the wooden crates from cold storage onto a conveyor leading to the washing area. The potatoes then fall into a fast-moving water flume. The rushing water strips away the protective soil as they swim through the channel, then roll across stiff brushes that remove any persistent dirt while powerful water jets rinse them spotless. The clean spuds move onto a van-loaded conveyor that places them into the back of a semi-trail. These shipments head straight to the factory where the potatoes will be transformed into Lay's Classic in less than 24 hours. Upon arrival at the factory, the trailer is positioned onto a hydraulic platform that tilts it to a 30 degrees angle. Gravity sends thousands of spuds cascading onto a waiting conveyor. Immediately, a worker pulls a random batch for a buoyancy test using a hydrometer. The batch is submerged in a vat to reveal starch and water levels. These readings go straight to the fryers where cooking times are adjusted accordingly. The same batch is also sent to the kitchen for a fry test. After slicing and cooking, technicians check sugar content. Too much sugar means caramelized brown chips. Thanks to Frito-Lay's proprietary spuds, the results are usually spot on. Despite being cleaned on the farm, all incoming potatoes receive another wash to eliminate lingering soil that might damage peeling machines. The spuds are then fed into one of 6 industrial-sized peeling machines lined with coarse abrasive material. The tumbling motion removes the skins while water jets rinse away the peels. Together, these machines can process more than 4 million potatoes daily. After peeling, the potatoes roll beneath a high-speed camera system that identifies defects in milliseconds. Any rejects are flicked out mid-eye by mechanical fingers. The rest enter a screw deck sorter where large rotating screws separate the smaller spuds which drop through gaps. Larger potatoes move to the next station to be split in half. Next comes slicing. The potatoes drop into spinning drum slices where centrifugal force hurls each spud against razor-sharp blades, creating 35 slices at exactly 0.051 in thick. The perfect dimension for a Lay's chip. Workers constantly monitor thickness. Too thick and chips stay flat. Too thin and they fold. Lay's Classic uses straight blades, while wavy Lay's and Ruffles use zigzagged ones to create ridges. The slices then drop into a starch removal channel with flowing water, passing through multiple rinse cycles and vacuums that remove sticky starch and leftover moisture. This prevents the slices from sticking when they hit the oil. Frying begins as the slices plunge into a 40-feet-long continuous fryer filled with a blend of canola, vegetable, and sunflower oils. Cooking takes around 3 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, though times are adjusted based on the earlier buoyancy test. As the slices cook, their moisture evaporates and is replaced by oil. So, the fryer is continuously topped off to maintain balance. Lay's uses a 50-50th oil blend, half fresh, half used, to avoid overly greasy chips. Out of the fryer, the golden chips tumble onto vibrating conveyors. These gentle shakers move the delicate chips without smashing them. Then, the chips pass under an optical sorter that scans 400 chips per second. If a flaw is found, a quick air blast ejects the chip into a reject bin. That's why every bag greets you with flawless golden slices. Next up, seasoning. The chips cascade into a rotating tumbler while a 40-pound bag of seasoning, either plain salt or custom spice blend, is dumped into the drum. An internal tube evenly disperses the seasoning as the drum spins. Fun fact, Lay's introduced its first flavored chip, barbecue, in 1965. Today, there are more than 200 flavor varieties from crispy fried chicken to Chesapeake crab spice to bacon grilled cheese. Once seasoned, the chips are lifted via a bucket elevator to the upper floor where they are funneled into one of 115 multi-head weighing machines in just 30 milliseconds. The digital scales calculate the perfect combination of buckets to meet the target weight, whether it's a 1-ounce snack bag or a 13-ounce party size. Then the chips descend into the bagging machine. After filling, each bag is topped with nitrogen instead of oxygen to prevent staling. The bag is heat-sealed, and the nitrogen creates that familiar air pocket that cushions chips during transit. Finally, it's time for boxing and distribution. While some factories rely on human hands, this one uses robotic arms with suction cups to gently place each bag into boxes. Conveyor systems transport boxes to the palletizing area where AGVs, automated guided vehicles, wrap the pallets in sturdy plastic and deliver them to waiting trucks. From factory to your fingertips, Lay's delivers crispy perfection. The Lay's legendary slogan says it all. Bet you can't eat just one. So, what about you? Can you stop at just one chip? Share your answer in the comments. Thanks for watching Next Made. We'll see you next time.